Man and the Wasp was a great movie, and it covered many things while also being humorous. And today it came out in July, but my channel came out in October, so I guess I'm gonna commemorate it or something. Basically, today the topic is going to be about ants and wasps. And originally I was thinking of squeezing in quantum physics, but quantum physics is such an amazing and diverse topic that I couldn't just cram it in with other things. Recently, we had our penultimate chapter in this Freaks of Nature saga or season or whatever, and this is going to be the conclusion to my first season, Freaks of Nature. All right, everybody. Now Today we're talking about the cousins of the Asian giant hornet who was the topic of my first episode. We're talking about, as I said, ants and wasps. Ants and wasps are amazing creatures and also weird. The first animal we're going to talk about is the tarantula hawk wasp. Basically, it's a wasp that does a disgusting thing. It impales a tarantula and then drags its corpse into a hole and lays its eggs in it, so then the eggs will have nutrition off the corpse of the tarantula. It's pretty disgusting. They're from the family of Pepsis, and it's known to have the second most deadly or dangerous and painful sting that was recorded by Justin Schmidt, a famous entomologist who recorded and made a pain scale of insect bites. Next, we have Echiton burchelli. This creature is the army ant. The army ant is basically famous for being in massive numbers and is very organized. It has very poor vision, and it takes down tons of things thanks to its sense of touch. That's how it feels around, but nothing that stands in its path will survive, except something that's can stand up to it, like us. We're giants compared to them. They can't really hurt us. Then we also have the leafcutter ant, one of the relatively strongest creatures on this planet, and they can herd over a ton of grass in one day. And if you haven't noticed, these things are ants, but they don't eat the leaves that they cut off. Basically, they bring it to a hive or fungi, and then because the fungi love leaves, and then when the fungi are nice and healthy, they'll cut it off and give it to their youngs. Oh, how adorable. Next we have Pogonomyrmex maricopa. It's a small ant known as the maricopa ant, and don't be fooled by its diminutive size. That means its smallness or whatever. It's actually a dangerous creature, and it was also described in Justin Schmidt's pain scale. The regions that they're found, Maricopa, Arizona, but they're also found in Nevada, Utah, Texas, Colorado, California, and in even a few places in Mexico, which are basically San Baja, Sinaloa, Sonora, and yeah. Next up, we have the bullet ant. It's described as the most painful sting of any insect. It takes down the tarantula hawk wasp, and it hit number 1 on Justin Schmidt's pain scale. It's incredibly painful, and is supposed to feel like a bullet. That's why it's called the bullet ant. in a few rituals, it's actually weaved into flesh of a few tribes, and like those who can withstand its agony will be tested as a boyhood testamenter, and those who are ready for shamanhood or to choose a new shaman to test their bravery, they will make them literally tied to a tree full of bullet ants and have to endure their stings. I do not know how a person survives, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people died through that process because I don't know, it's painful. Alright, now we're gonna wrap up our video with a few things we have not covered in this season. And yes, I forgot to mention them. One is the sword-billed hummingbird, all the way in the Andes. This is not an ant or a wasp, but as I said, we're recapping a few of the things we didn't mention for our freaks of nature. So this creature has a 3 to 4 inch bill that can reach long plants. They live high up in the Andes, and it's really useful for reaching plants that like some other hummingbirds can't reach because it's too far. Their name is the sword-billed hummingbird. Next up, we have the giant Amazon lily pads, or Victoria amazonica. They're humongous, and a child could actually sit on that thing. Their undersides are covered with spikes, so they're not preyed on, and they are actually famous because they have a beautiful white flower that it's attractive to beetles. When the beetle is caught, it's trapped inside for 1 day, and then the next day, the lily pad dies as the beetle goes to pollinate. Then we have the hydnora, which is basically a plant that's mostly buried underground except for its flower. Its flower smells like poop. Yeah, it smells like poop and attracts dung beetles, which have to stay until the plant reaches maturity, and then it releases it to pollinate. Our final animal, yay, we're reaching back to the invertebrate or insect category. We're talking about Madagascar's giraffe weevil. The male's necks are twice as long as the females, and they're used to fight each other. They have a specific tree that they won't let anyone get on, and it provides shade and nutrition and blah blah blah. Basically, it gives it what it needs to survive. It's iconic for its long neck. I think I probably explained. All right. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe, give a like, of course. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and later.